Alright,
See, alright, so first and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Makakodash. We see the amongst the apostles and elders are great, most in the world, teachers are apostles in the truth. And we say salutations to all the Akim say push you in truth and say lean and the out. You know, constantly in season or season, we say shalom. You know, once again, we also hear the prophesy. Now, before jumping into the scriptures, I'm going to bring forward the scripture here because we've seen things happening right now. There's so much articles that I was running through over the week, over the little weekend here, over the past few days, where they're touching upon the earth. It moving so fast. Is that time moving so fast? Scientists don't even have an answer for it. They're trying to find a person. Yeah, somebody short recently. We had one of the shortest. I remember the same particular day. I remember I watched my phone, right? Pull up my phone and watch the time and I said, wait now. When I watch outside, I said, wait now. It was no morning. We reach here, you know, it went so fast. Even my uncle, some of them say, wait, boy, now, boy, they fly real fast, boy. They get to hear that. It's one of the shortest. And we see that the day is shortening. You understand? You know, with all the days shortening, you're seeing things happening. You know, like the information I sent you, brother, the other day, when America sent their representative to go in Taiwan, and you see, and you saw what China do. China tell them, hey, you come, otherwise Taiwan gonna feel it. They went. We know America that's been as wicked as theirs. We know what they want. You understand? So China, they're not having like that. They retaliate. You know, they was bombing around Taiwan. You know, and they said it was going to be like a 4-day exercise. You know, playing it off like a military drill, playing it off like if you know a small thing. But China, they're showing the power. Hey, all them mashing up. You understand? So that might be a next like Ukraine, Russia kind of situation. So we've seen all these things happening. But the main thing is like they say the days, the time running so fast and the days finishing so fast is that the scientists don't even have an answer for it. They don't have an answer for what is going on. So by that, you know, there's
Mark 13 and 20, and except that the Lord had shortened those days, no flesh should be saved but for the elect's sake.
So you say the days be shortened, but no flesh be saved, but who? For the elect. You understand? Because you know, we sigh and cry. You know, we sigh and cry. We want the Lord come back. You know, we want the Lord come back. When you see these things, it's like faith boosts us, it boosts your hope and so forth. Here, what the days being shortened and so forth, because we know when we go to the scriptures, that the reasons why the days being shortened. That the reason why the days finished. And that just to show you, at J. Bowman, I don't know what to see the video. Somebody else do it, but also there's a video that circulated with a woman. She trying to understand God. She said no part of she understand. It's all about courting and science and all this other stuff. And even she was one, and even Amber Rose, you know, the majority of people know who Amber Rose is. She being with Kanye and so forth, you know. And she come out and say she don't believe in God. You know, and she says she believes in science more because science have a reasonable answer. Now, science come out and say recently that they don't have an answer for what? For the shorten of the days. But the scriptures do. And that is why we turn to the Romans chapter 3, 3, we say we justified in the Lord's sin. Let's go straight to that point.
Well, I know 3 is what if somebody don't believe?
Believe, right?
Yeah,
So it's 4. Right? So just to show you that the days being shorter now. I have you know, somebody might say, hey, you think, you know, you're talking nonsense. After my first scene on the camera.
Come, go back a little bit.
Yeah?
Go back a little bit.
Yeah? Talk to me, you see that? See that?
Yeah.
Right? So it's say what? It says scientists don't know why the earth is spinning faster than ever. Talking about they say, as I said just now, the information that was shared was what? We had one of the shortest days ever. You know? And the scripture said the days will be shortened, but for who? For the elect's sake. At the end of the day, we know we see these things happening, we see the prophecies playing out. You understand? The things that the Lord see will set upon the earth, the plagues, the pestilences, wars, rumors of wars. He said all these things is but what? Just the beginning of sorrows. You know? We see these things happening. You understand? We see all these signs. Right? But
So Romans 3 verse 4.
yeah.
Some from 3 to make to understand here. They say verse 3, right? Romans 3 verse 3, it say, for what if some do not believe?
Yeah? So what if some don't believe? But the thing you say, at the end of the day, if they don't believe, they will feel. You understand? If they don't believe, they will see. You understand? The guys what they think, they go in and see. Some of them, when they prophesy unto them, you tell them what things to come. You don't see that. You might tell somebody something, and in next week, wait, tell them about it happen. And they come back to you and say, hey, but you know this thing happen here. You know this thing happen here. So at the end of the day, they will feel. This is our repetition of what is going to happen. So what if some didn't believe? Well,
Like, if I can say that,
go ahead.
and that time when they do see it, not going to be in a pleasant way.
No,
because
can't.
they say what all eyes shall see him, and they say what all they shall wail.
Yeah?
You understand?
You say, it's national.
Weeping and gnashing of teeth.
Weeping and gnashing of teeth, yeah. Right. Well,
See, what if some not believe? It says, shall their unbelief make the faith of power without effect?
so your unbelief, you feel going to stop where it is? No, it's not. So where you feel your disbelief, it's going to stop this? No, because even the agendas that Esau set forth, all even stop that. And only believe or they can cancel everything. You understand? The cancel culture believe that they can stop this, but they don't. They believe that they could sign signatures, sign signatures and send it to our org to change our movement or to change something in our business, and it don't ever happen.
Okay, don't work
You
that.
understand? It don't happen with these earthly vessels. They feel it's going to happen with the Lord. You feel you don't believe it won't stop. It had unbelievers way before. It had unbelievers since the beginning of time. And you hear the judgment that was given unto them. Go ahead, Ak.
And they were ordained to be unbelievers.
And it was what?
They were ordained to be unbelievers.
That's right.
It say, verse 4, it say, power forbid. It say, yea, let power be true,
It's a powerful day. Go ahead.
but every man a liar.
It say, let God be true. And every man a what?
A liar.
A liar. Go ahead.
It say, as it is written, that thou mightest be justified in thy sayings.
So as it's written, thou might be justified in that sin. That was tell the scriptures. When they don't have an answer, we turn to what? The word. You understand? We turn to the word. Because this is what? This is spirit and truth. This is spirit and truth. This is not opinionated. This is not about a feeling. This is the truth. You understand? Like some people believe everything is just our opinion. Some people believe that it don't have truth. You understand? When it's not so. This is what we turn to be justified. That is why when they don't have an answer, we have. You understand? When they don't have an answer, we have. Somehow they don't believe in the scripture or they don't understand. Or they wasn't given that spirit to understand. Or they wasn't given that faith. You understand? Somehow they have teachers that sit up over all that don't teach all the right thing. But that has nothing to do with the scriptures being wrong. That is you being deceived. That is you being that on the different side of the Lord hand. You understand? But in the day, the things that were written, it happening. It happening. We tell all about the chariots, we tell all about the ICBMs and so forth. These is things to come. These is things to come. There are many times you mention that scripture about the days being shortened, people didn't believe. But how did they go be short? How did they go be short? Is there a reason why the Lord said, is there a reason why when you come back in power, the days will go back to a natural state? And
that when it gonna be more painful. When they're in captivity, imagine days taking long to finish.
Yeah, it go back to the thing because really and truly, if you remember, some years ago, even if you go way back, the days wasn't moving as fast as this.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Time and days moving fast. It's rushing. You literally rushing. That's why sometimes you sit down there and you just see 2 hours pass it. Like I think it was yesterday or the day before I played a little game. Say, I'll come on, take an hour. Next thing you know, it's 2 hours and it feels like an hour. Come outside and see the place. I say, wait, and the place dark. See, but it's for who? For the elect say? Telling you what? That the elect what? See.
Like I say, I'm going to show you that they do have. In fact, a scientist can explain it because they don't have a scientific answer for it because it's a spiritual thing.
That's right.
You understand?
And they don't believe in the spirit.
Yeah.
You understand? That is why they always try to find ways of heating your body. They always try to find where is this? Because they have videos where people die that they see something leave. Yeah. But they always try to find a scientific answer for it. That they want to say they say a life force or something, but still they can't even explain a life force. So what give that the body life? Where the force come from? Right? Where the force come from? So they don't have an answer for the scripture. we justified in what? And the Lord said.
Can.
You know, that's why we turn to the Lord. I sometimes you're talking to somebody and say the scripture says, I ain't after that. No, we have to turn to the scripture because they shall be justified.
Okay.
And so I say, let every man be what? A liar, but let the Lord be what? True. So we know to turn to the Lord for the answer. Because you go for a man's words, you just say a man's words is like hearsay or emotions. If he tell you something in the moment, he tell you that.
Opinion.
You know, his opinion. When it's not so.
Can.
Because your other opinion is that this place going to continue. Or the opinion is that everything going to remain as is.
That 100 more years.
Yeah, I want to say that.
Yeah, that 100 more years.
In the next 100 years, we might evolve.
That's my same partner talking to come. Do you
Yeah,
heard?
yeah.
He talking about retirement and old age and that's the mindset there.
Might you make a retirement or old age?
Oh, you might make it, but it might be a forced retirement.
Yeah.
With the way how things going.
True.
Yeah, you understand?
Yeah, we retrench, not retirement.
Oh yeah,
Retrench.
retrench. That's the right word for it.
Yeah, the retrench, sure. You can be forced to retire.
Yeah.
True.
Go ahead.
You see, that thou might just be justified in thy sayings and might is overcome when thou art judged.
Might as well.
Overcome when thou
So how
art
we
judged.
overcome? Because we justified in Lord's saying. That's how we
Ah.
overcome with judge. So I'm going to judge upon a matter we are turned to be justified. It's the Lord's words. You understand? But how you could say that? I could. How? Alright, let me show you. You understand? That's why when you ask somebody, hey, justify what you don't say, they can't. But justify what you don't say about the scriptures, I'm not going to tell everybody falling into. I justify that. A day, no. I can't find it right now by a day. You know? Alright, tell me what the Lord said, don't judge. A day, no. A day. I can't show you where it is. A day. You can't.
But if I can say, even when it comes to being justified, but when time of judgment come,
Yeah.
we can be justified because we stick to the Lord's sayings and we don't
That's
stick to
right.
our own sayings.
Yeah, go ahead.
Jacob 40. Isaiah 41:21. Produce your cause, say the Most High. Bring forth your strong reasons, say the King of Jacob. There is it there.
I ain't asked scripture in a long time.
Yeah, I hear that one. I'm not going to tell him.
So,
The next
forget
piece was-
verse 22,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm not going to tell him bring the next piece here.
Let them bring forth and shew us what shall happen.
Yeah.
Let them shew the former things, what they be.
So come, show us the things that happen, show the things that form and be. So then that is what we get to do. We want all about the things coming. We want all about the things that happen. We want all about the things to come. Understand? All we see here right now is things that are written, things that we tell all there before. You know? So when it now the Lord showing them. You understand? Alright, the day shall be shortened. I tell all of that. Tell all of that. You know? No, I'll show it. And that's what's going to happen. He is rebuked. That's what he says. He's rebuked no more going to be by words, but he's rebuked going to be more by flames. You know? But
So what they be, that we may consider them and know the latter end of them,
So
or
no-
declare us things for to come.
so we know the latter end of them and for more things to come, and
Yeah.
we have to do it. At the end of the day, so you have to show us.
Yeah, show me the past.
Show me the past.
You understand? And what it lead up to now,
Right.
and then show you what is to come.
Go wait till to come. Can. And I bet you they can.
No, they can't.
They can. Because you ask somebody, tell me about what happened here, they can. Alright, tell me what lead to this, they can. Tell us what lead Israel into captivity, they can. Why is Israel not in captivity? Why is Israel scattered? They can. You know? Tell us why the Lord come to cleanse this place by what? By fire. They can.
Let me get the next two precepts
Yeah,
there.
better.
Verse 23. Shew the things that are to come hereafter, that we may know that ye are gods. Yea, do good or do evil, that we may be dismayed and behold it together. 24.
And if I can say,
Well-
you see the term itself, prophet means what? To tell something before it happened. You understand? And that's why
That's what prophecy is. Something
And-
before it
yeah, something
happens.
happen. Yeah.
And that's why the Lord have his prophets out there.
Can.
You understand? To show forth what is
What's
to
going
come.
to come.
It's a prophecy. You tell me what will happen, you tell them.
Nah, man.
Nah,
God
what
is
will
love.
happen? Then our prophecy.
Yeah, the Old Testament.
Yeah.
They don't have anything. Okay, verse 24.
Yeah,
then.
go ahead.
Behold, ye have nothing, and your work of naught, and an abomination is he that chooseth you.
Yeah. Let's read over that last piece of Mark.
So it was, alright, I'll read over 23.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
It said, show the things that are to come hereafter, that we may know that ye are gods. Yea, do good or do evil, that we may be dismayed and behold it together. Verse 24. Behold, ye are of nothing, and your work of naught, an abomination is he that chooseth you.
But
Yeah,
this-
it's a but, and it's
Because as we were saying last week, you know, with the pride, they like to, the scripture said they put themselves above the clouds as an eagle and so on and whatnot. You know, they exalt themselves. You understand? As to be gods, I why Rockefeller take about 7 different transplants and still dead. Now, the scripture say you have nothing, and anybody who choose Egypt, they will be abomination. They drink out of cup and so on.
And even the people that choose, you say bring forth and show us it.
Yeah.
The people that choose you, that even can't
It's
show
abomination.
the people that choose you that can't even show them the
Exactly.
past, can't show them the present, can't show them the future. They become what? Abomination.
Abomination.
So and the Lord say what? He hated what? All abomination. Those people fail to realize. Even in remember when they asked me some years back about heathen, the word heathen and mentioned
Oh yeah,
Israel.
yeah.
Right?
When it says
the Lord say,
treat them as a heathen.
Yeah, treat them as a heathen.
If you bring him before the court, and if he still don't believe,
Cast them out as
yeah,
heathens,
as
yeah.
heathen. So that's the judgment. All the Lord putting on the level of what? The heathen.
Yeah.
You understand? Or the judgment going to be like them.
I say he that join on to them will be
Yeah.
tossed through the sword,
Yeah.
yeah. Same
I
punishment.
remember that.
Right? So let's come back with that. Just show that will be abomination. You know? It will be abomination. It's like coming like, oh, one of the heathens. Being like them.
Yeah, you can
Say what ye are of nothing. That is why,
Ye are of
that's
nothing.
why what we do is not of ourselves.
Can.
Even the Lord said, "I say I came here to do my Father's will." It wasn't of himself.
So that's why come back. Our principals beat them up my spirit for about 3 days now. Well, basically for the week was hey, if you when yo should I tell Peter or Peter didn't tell that right? See if you love me, you want to feed my sheep.
Can.
understand?
Say,
Who you tell
when
us?
he asked him, is Peter, I believe?
Peter, right?
When he asked him, he said, "Lord, you love me?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "All right, feed my sheep." And he asked him about 3 times.
Simon, son of Jonah, does thou lovest me?
Yeah.
And he said, "Feed my lambs."
Simon Peter. But do you love me? He said, "Oh Lord, you know I love you. You know that."
Sir.
Well, feed my sheep.
Feed my sheep.
And
That's what
that was his work. That wasn't the Lord's work.
And to tell you that was beating my mind for the past few days because reading all the things that happened in this week, really and truly, that's what you have to do. You have to feed the sheep. You get a warning, whether they hear or what, rather than fuck hear. We're not going to my next piece of that, right?
Ezekiel 3 and 17. Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore, hear the word at my mouth and give them warning from me.
The son of man here and get them warning. And that's what you're supposed to do. Get them warning. Tell them about the things to come. If somebody's not giving you a warning, how are you going to be saved? Because even if you want to watch it on a casual level, right? If someone knows danger is coming
And they don't warn
and they don't warn you,
you wouldn't be alerted.
no, you wouldn't be alerted and basically you will be caught up on
They
one
wouldn't
danger.
take heed, they wouldn't take heed.
And know what? The man who will warn you, sometimes just play on his mind. You understand? Because you can remember that, hey, nah, but I'm not going to really tell this man something.
You know, it's called that? They have a name for that in the world. Survivor's guilt, they call
Yeah,
it.
survivor's guilt.
Survivor's
That
guilt.
is
You
a
go feel
right,
guilty.
that is the right thing to pay the conscience guilt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Survivor's guilt. And that's what the Lord say here. The Lord say this in the piece of there that what? The blood will be upon what? The own head.
Yeah.
The
watchman
upon
hands.
You understand? Upon the watchman hands.
If the watchman
warning.
didn't warn, come.
That's what going to happen to all them.
And if I can say that, the watchman was hired to give warning in the first place.
That's why he's a watchman.
Exactly. You know, like I say, he just pick it up on himself.
And he just said, "Bye, I go stand up on this post and watch around."
He was sent to do that.
Even in the cartoons, you even need to go like historical thing on the watchman. Even in the cartoons, like go for example, anime Attack on Titan.
I know yours, man.
Titans going to attack a village, right?
Yeah.
Who does give people warning to tell them, hey, we're going to be attacked? Is the watchman.
Yeah.
And they set up and they basically train to do this one particular thing. Their job, their
Just to blow the trumpet.
duty is just to blow the trumpet to warn people. Yeah,
That's the whole thing.
that is the whole duty. So basically, that is what it is. If you're set up to do this thing, you have to do your work. And so you can't call yourself a prophet. Like these pastors, and they call themselves prophets and
They're not bringing no prophecy.
They don't bring forth no
Prophesying
prophecy.
of peace.
And I prophesied economic growth, boy. Hey,
Prophesying.
as you say that whole week, last week and this week, I seen this banner by the bus terminal. So I know when last year I went to Narima. I know you don't really come.
Nah, I don't come on.
But this is what prophet, doctor, something.
Who?
Spirit. No, but here the seminar he want to carry on. There's about 3 of them, 2 man and a woman. Watching the picture, and here the name right there. Here the name right there, Spirit and wealth some spirit and wealth development. So the man was like, how am I going to church for wealth development? How that can make sense? How?
But they just go basic.
If the man or your so-called believing, right? So-called believing in Messiah, if he tell people, sell what you have, leave what you have, and follow me, how I could go to him and look for wealth? How that makes sense? On a carnal level, you just read it verbatim in the scriptures. He tell everybody who was rich, give away or sell out, just done away with all you have. Everybody who was working and trying to gain riches, he said, leave that behind and follow me.
That's a real nice thing you see there.
You understand? How I could actually go in a church and expect to gain some kind of physical gain in them. When the man who was supposed to be praying to was not about that. The message was never about getting anything physical. It was always about the spirit.
Scripture that you say that way you even say the things that they will get. That's what people are phrasing, that they can't even comprehend. Your mind can't even grasp where it is going to come in the kingdom. So that's why it wasn't even it tell about things you will get. But when you really think about it, like it's stuff that the glory that going to come back, the things that going to come back, the full strength. To picture that, you might picture it one way, but it's going to be 20 times better than way you picture. You understand?
Yeah. You say what, laying up for yourself treasures upon earth, because where we're working for, not here. So you might have things here, but what you're working for is not here.
So you don't know deals, right?
Huh?
You don't know deals yourself? Let's remember Ezekiel and you thing, right?
Right, Son of man, so like Ezekiel 3:17, Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore hear the word at my mouth, and give them warning from me.
And get them warning from you. So that we get them warning with all the prophecies that happen, we get them warning. And again, we don't know one thing, it could have been one. The time being was short enough for the elect's sake. Right? And you ask yourself, if the Lord said the elect's sake, are you of the elect? You understand? Because things are going to come, you need to be of the elect. For example, the ICBM.
Article I sent you?
Which one?
The article. The last article I sent you?
Yeah, I have it. Am I read it?
Yeah, but for sure. We go start with a piece of the article.
Pause and start doing it.
No, the article is part
No,
of
I
it.
mean, no, the statement.
No.
Alright, continue.
Right,
Oh, you cut it up from here.
No, it's cut off for yourself. I'll tell you something.
right. Nuclear annihilation, just one miscalculation away, UN chief warns.
And the reason, one of the only things that I was watching, had a video I was watching pertaining to that, and I think that article I was seeing, the next article I was watching, and they was talking about, they were asking the question, if all the nations would come together and put their nukes away.
Yeah.
You understand? I was remember reading an article, something like that. And really and truly, according to prophecy, the answer is no. You understand? These men, these leaders, it's being put in their spirit to make this, not to just bury it after. You understand? And come together and sing Kumbaya. The reason why they're making these things is so that destruction, according to prophecy, must take place.
What was one of the reasons why a kingdom is to show its mind? How a kingdom will show its mind?
Through the weapons,
To the army.
Yeah.
Now back then you would have seen, back then when you hear an army, you know you come with a great abundance
great
of men.
number.
But now, this time changed.
Who are the, basically, who are the more advanced technology?
It is scripture about them not hardly bow. You understand? The mighty archer, it's about these things. So at the end of the day, all these script, how they're going to show their strength is showing how much of these arrows they have, right? Or how they are. No, we on the same playing ground because now we have this, we have the ICBM. So they would not put it down. They would not come together and do that because it just wouldn't make sense. Like even being a kingdom wise, it just wouldn't make sense. All the league, these people being in league with America, you really feel it trust America? They don't. They don't.
Then because they're stronger, they're subjected, but they trust. And if I can say, based on what you just say, it's not only to show the strength, but it's also for being able to be in power. Because every nation wants to be in power.
Yeah.
And in order to be in power, you must be strong.
Yeah.
So to be the leading nation,
yeah,
you must have strength. And in order to defend your country from another country, you must have strength. So they would have no logical reason to put these things away. But we know the reason why they making it is not because this one going to take over from that one or anything like that. It's because they go and destroy each other with it. And then the Lord go in and come and finish them off.
I was watching a video where they say now even some small countries now they have nuclear capabilities like Israel. All of a sudden Israel nuclear capable now. They wasn't a nuclear threat before, now they are.
You say the weak shall say the what? The
Strong.
strong.
But I'm not asking the article.
Right, it's the Secretary General warned the world had been lucky to avoid global nuclear war.
And if I can say that is not luck.
Can.
What it is time.
Can.
Because the scriptures say what?
There's
For
a
everything
point in
there's a time and a season under heaven.
Yeah.
That is the only reason why it didn't happen yet, because they still have prophecies, like a major prophecy, the M.O.T.E, that must be fulfilled first. And that is the only reason why it has not happened yet. The scriptures say what the king's heart is in the hand of the Lord. And he didn't put it in their heart yet to just kill each other. Go on.
The world is one misstep from devastating nuclear war and in peril not seen since the Cold War. The UN Secretary General has warned, "We have been extraordinarily lucky so far," Antonio Guterres said.
And we can pause on the article for now. You might explain that about a question. First Thessalonians 5:1.
1 Thessalonians
5:1.
5:1.
And go down. You understand? So all these things pertain to prophecy. As the brother said earlier, talking about scientists don't have an answer. Scientists can answer these kind of questions for the things that we're bringing out here.
Let's bring this piece of here for
Yeah, go ahead.
This was Ecclesiastes chapter 3 verse 1. As they mentioned it now. He said, to everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. So as the brother was saying before, there's a time for everything. That's why everything is just time. That's why time now what? It's speeding up. You know what I'm saying?
It's the time for that.
It's time for that. Now you're trying to see more news about
devastation, nuclear devastation.
It's how to talk about nukes all of a sudden.
Oh, don't monkey box.
Yeah.
Oh, no, all of us are from a box to nuclear war.
First Thessalonians what?
5:1.
5:1, right? They say, but of the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you.
Why? Because what? We know, we were told these things, you understand? Go ahead.
And how you measure time is show what the prophecy is.
Can.
That's how when you see, that's how, when you see, that's how it's so they don't be to my mind. But when you read, it's how to see the signs, it's how to see the time, the time at the end. Show what? Show the prophecy, show the signs.
For those who see them.
Yeah, for those who see. We say, but of the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord shall come as a thief in the night.
And what is the reason they come out thief in the night? One is because if they did not look in faith because they're slumbering. You understand? The second reason why is because the Lord could make things happen instantly. You understand? Even though it's happening behind the scenes, a lot of people wouldn't be aware. And then when you look, it's just because, remember the video we do with Cora, with the woman who walked in the store, and instantly she wasn't even realizing that structure was put into place. And when she looked, it's because she couldn't buy nothing. You understand? That is how it going and beat to them as a thief in the night instantly. Go ahead.
And that's the thing, they unaware
Can.
of what is going on around them.
Slumbering.
Or if they're not unaware, the spirit they just wouldn't take that heed.
Yeah, well, they were trying as dumb dogs, you know.
Yeah.
You know, so if a dumb dog can't alert you to intruder coming in your premises, so obviously,
And again, it's who the that's the next video. That's the next video I have to be here. That most likely this video I might do later on Monday, Father's Will, about the leaders. You see, the leaders will call and cause something about the error. And that's basically going into this thing I kept engaged talk and I was with that madness. You know? But nonetheless, as the brother says, just to show you that the people over there, you know? Whether no. Other word there, right?
yeah.
So it say for yourself know perfectly that the day of the Lord shall come as a thief in the night. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them.
And how that sudden destruction coming? By thermal nuclear destruction. As the scripture calls it, lake of fire, second death. You understand? All these different references as to what that day when the Lord come to take out this place. And the scripture say who will remain in them? The wicked, the ungodly. You understand? A quick scripture here. Isaiah 9 verse 5 will say, for every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood. But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. Because that battle that we don't have. You have to talk about in as we talk about in 2 Corinthians 13 and so forth. That battle that's going on have it, not going on be with men fighting against men. It ain't gonna be like with muskets like how we used to have in World War I and so forth. This one that is going on have is just fire and plain destruction.
We'll bring this piece up here. Matthew 13 and 30. It says, let both grow together until the harvest, and in time of the harvest, I will say unto the reapers, gather ye together first the tares, and bind them in bundles to burn them. But gather the wheat into my barn.
And you realize all the different terms just be what? Burn, fire. You understand? It's usually use the same repetitive statement over and over. Vic, can you get on Mark?
It's not G.
Can.
Them not Israel.
Always say, burn them, bind them together and burn them. But the wheat, bring them into his barn, bid them to the wedding.
That one is next up extra hard too. Because these days I have a sheep by me now, right? Let's stick it over to see about the day you're sick now. When sheep are accustomed
So, literal sheep?
Literal sheep,
Oh,
yeah. So, but I was just, while walking the sheep and see, but a long time I see about like animals like that. I had goat before, when I was in my younger days, but there is sheep now and I just watching the sheep, how the sheep just listen to your voice and know that, hey, it is my master. Or hey, when I come now, he know, hey, it's to go.
Yeah.
You know? And I was just remembering the precept upon where the Lord say, the sheep shall hear his voice. And I come up to where now say, like, the tears and the wheat now.
The wheat and the tares can.
The wheat could be gathered.
To be burnt.
Yeah. No, the wheat
The
could
wheat
be
will be
gathered.
taken,
Also,
yeah. I see like and the tears,
Yeah,
yeah.
the tares will be burnt.
Yeah, please, Mark, about question. 2 Peter 3. Start from 3.
Second Peter what?
3 from 3.
Yeah.
Right. This is 2 Peter chapter 3.
Going to 7.
Right. Verse 3. It said, knowing this first, that there shall come in the last days scoffers walking after their own lust.
Just as the man, just as brother was talking about earlier, with people talking about they don't believe in God, all these different things. Talking about science. Science is the ones that have all the
That's
answers.
the reasons why.
All lies scoffing. You understand? All lies different versions of scoffing. Go ahead.
It say here, it say, and saying, where is the promise of his coming? For since the fathers fell asleep, all things continue as they were from the beginning of creation.
Go ahead.
This after this, when I mention it, say, and saying, where is the promise of coming? This is the mindset that people in. But you know, my grandmother
Since I
said,
small, they telling me the Lord coming since I small. They tell me last thing with trumpets and the Holy come riding on a cloud.
I ain't gonna lie, at that point in time, no, I never grew up, you know. Basically, my family in no church. I can't tell you, I remember in my family who was church. They believe in God, but they ain't no church. I grew up not in the church. I grew up in no here, they took them, but when I was young, like radio, they was like, what, this is signs, signs, man. Happened in a long time. You know, yeah, my excited and everything. When I come to the scriptures, I get to understand that, yeah, it's
It's prelude to the
it's prelude, you know, you're just seeing it now. Just
the
see
trailer.
Yeah. It's and saying, where's the promise of his coming? For since the fathers fell asleep, all things continue as they were from the beginning of creation. So yeah, you see, even in that statement, they're saying that they realized from the creation it had destruction.
Come.
It always had destruction coming through a piece. It always had some great kingdom falling. So same thing from the beginning. Same thing now. It go and have this, it go and have that. The kingdom must fall and it must come by destruction. You know? Say for this, they willingly are ignorant of that by the word. Now if that's what this will come back to this here, right? Come back to this here. If you really think about it, that's it, man. So since the beginning, right? When you think about it, it always have that piece where destruction thing, but you shall always come back. We know what we're saying here, right? We know what should regeneration. Think about it. Today, we had to see the things first till you shall come back.
If I say, if it have peace, something it must first have war or destruction. You understand? That's just how it is.
It's just like in farming. When you cut your crop, right? After you harvest, what you have to do to bring forth new crop? You have to burn the land. You have to burn the land and let the rest. For the nutrients to come back in the soil and whatnot, so you can plant and get harvest again. So the same way, the only thing you could, basically, for growth, you have to bring destruction first. You have to cleanse. Anything, you have to cleanse first, then faith to.
As a apocalypse, they say everything they built shall fall.
Even like the whole Thanos concept, man.
Even
half the universe.
That's why I say Thanos did no wrong.
Yeah.
You see, for this, the willingly are ignorant of that by the word of God the heavens were of old, and the earth standeth out of water and in water. They say, whereby the world that then was being overflowed with water perished.
So as I just say, destruction came even back in the past, and destruction had to come what to cleanse. That is a part of it. There are some people who in Christianity and so forth just had the mindset where, you know, everybody don't have to die, you know. They could just change the ways and mend themselves, and eventually they'll start to do better and see the light. No, that is not the system that the Lord put in place.
You have to pay for what you do, regardless of what
you must be cleansed by death.
You have to pay for
You
what
understand?
you
You must be cleansed by destruction.
Because who is we?
And he was cleansed by
that.
And there's a scripture.
Huh?
That one also says a scripture.
Yeah.
And I might say, what do you mean you must have a sin? That's written. You understand? So who's we?
That's like the ordinance of a king, and when they put him on the tree, going back up, king of the Jews. So if he had a dead, obviously, what is for? He sins, and then the sins of the nation.
Hebrews.
Come on. Understand?
Right? You're not going to bring me forward along here.
No, go ahead.
You say, whereby the world that then was being overflowed with water perished, but the heavens, no, this is straight. What you kind of heat begin right now? The fact what they say the heat so bad is that I think in England, remember what is the thing that somebody say that the cut water?
Yeah, that reserve water, in terms of like we gotta ration it because it's so bad. It's really cracking the ground and destroying crops. I just show you how
it is. I gave my see Paul on Twitter a good while back. Sorry, not a good while back, about last week or something. Man say that he could not even come online to play, right? Because the heat was so strong, it cracked the ground and burned with the fiber on the fiber. So they was waiting for it. That is how bad it is. Now imagine that heat. Imagine the heat that won't come from the ICBMs.
Yeah, people can't stand this heat.
Yeah, people can't stand this heat, imagine that. Imagine when the Lord send that fire through the chariot.
The elements were burning.
I don't want to
You ever see wind burn? You ever see wind burn?
You know the cartoons when you see a man who's a real strong power, you see, they show you a picture of a rock, it just melts away.
Yeah.
You're like, wait!
Like an Ghost Rider when he come in there, on the rock and he pass on the bike, and you see a skeleton with flames.
Yeah.
Like, you know what that look like in real life? Things just melted.
See, but the heavens and the earth, which are now by the same word, are kept in store, reserved unto fire against the day of judgment and condition of ungodly men.
Hey, which number 7?
Yeah, that's 7.
Jump to 10.
10?
Yeah.
Let's zoom on this one, right?
Yeah.
You see the earth, which I know by the same word, are kept in store. So it kept in store, meaning what? It reserved, right?
I remember telling somebody that once before. I said there was difference between preservation and reservation.
Yeah,
you understand?
Preservation is just to keep.
Yeah, to keep and protect. Exactly. And some people just get tied up with that.
That's why, like, when they call in a restaurant, you make a reservation for the purpose of coming and eating, so you secure your space to come and eat. You don't preserve, you don't make a preservation to a restaurant.
Exactly.
Reservation is not a purpose, preservation is just to keep.
I'm not going to use the restaurant as an example, and we use the...
and that is true. A lot of people today, they had a mindset, meaning because nothing is happening to them with the wickedness they're doing, they think they're being preserved. Not knowing they're being reserved for something. You understand?
Special one, yeah, something special.
You just not going to get yet, but it's coming.
That's a nice video to do. You're not being preserved, you're being reserved. I don't know, I might do that in the week too. I'll add that to the list. Say, but beloved, be not ignorant of this one thing.
No, number 10.
Sorry. Listen.